dear student. Today in this video I am going to discuss about the class 7 social science, the civics chapter 1 democracy, and this one part 2. Today's topic is other forms of government. There are so many different forms of government such as absolute monarchy, constitutional monarchy, dictatorship, military dictatorship, and communist governments. Number A. Absolute monarchy. The power totally rests with the monarch in absolute monarchical system of governance. There are no rules that he has to follow. He or she is not restricted by a constitution or any kind of laws. মানে absolute monarchy মানে তাত total power এজন monarchৰ হাতত থাকে. monarch মানে কিং হ'ব পাৰে, কুইন হ'ব পাৰে বা এম্পায়াৰ এজন হ'ব পাৰে. তাত কোনো ধৰণৰ ৰুলছ নাই বা কনষ্টিটিউশ্যন বা বিভিন্ন ধৰণৰ ল তাত ফ'ল' কৰিবলগীয়া কোনো ৰেষ্ট্ৰিকশ্যন নাই. Means monarchy means a form of government with a monarch, and in the absolute monarchy the total power rests with the monarch and there are no rules and he or she is not restricted by any constitution or any kind of law. A monarchy is generally hereditary and the monarch's children inherit his position. The welfare of the people depends on the kind of monarch ruling them. মানে monarchy systemত hereditary বা বংশানুক্ৰমিকভাৱে পজিশ্যন পোৱা হয়. মানে ৰজাৰ পুতেকে ৰজা হ'ব তেনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ তাত ছিষ্টেম আছে. আৰু জনসাধাৰণৰ ৱেলফেয়াৰ সেই ৰজাৰজনৰ শাসন ব্যৱস্থাৰ ওপৰত ডিপেণ্ড কৰে. Means in absolute monarchical system, the emperor means the king or queen is an hereditary one and the welfare of the people mainly depends on the kind of monarch ruling them. Number B. Constitutional monarchy. In this system, law defines the power and authority of the monarch. Britain has a system of constitutional monarchy. Here the king or queen is a nominal head and the administration is carried on by the prime minister and his cabinet. মানে এই মনাৰ্কিকেল চিষ্টেমত পাৱাৰ আৰু অথৰিটি এটা লিমিটত ফিক্স হৈ থাকে আৰু ব্ৰিটেইনত এনেধৰণৰ মনাৰ্কিকেল চিষ্টেম আছে আৰু ইয়াত কিং আৰু কুইনৰ পজিশ্যন ভেৰি স্মল হয়. নমিনেল মানে ভেৰি স্মল মানে নামমাত্ৰতহে আছে আৰু মেইন এডমিনিষ্ট্ৰেটিভৰ যি পাৱাৰ সেই পাৱাৰ প্ৰাইম মিনিষ্টাৰ আৰু তাৰ কেবিনেটৰ হাতত থাকে. এণ্ড দ্য পিপল ইলেক্ট দ্য প্ৰাইম মিনিষ্টাৰ এণ্ড আদাৰ ৰিপ্ৰেজেণ্টেটিভছ. মানে প্ৰাইম মিনিষ্টাৰ আৰু প্ৰতিনিধিসকলক পিপল বা জনসাধাৰণে চিলেক্ট কৰে. Means in constitutional monarchy, the administration power is carried out by the prime minister and his cabinet, and the prime minister and other representatives are elected by the people, and here the king or queen is a nominal head. Number C. Dictatorship. Dictatorship is yet another form of governance. In a dictatorship, the citizens are ruled by force and the government does not have to explain its policies to the people. মানে ডিক্টেটৰশ্বিপত পিপল বা চিটিজেনক এটা ফ'ৰ্চে ৰুল কৰে বা শাসন কৰে. Germany was under the dictatorship of Adolf Hitler for more than a decade during the Second World War. In a dictatorship, there is absolute rule by a single person who is known as the dictator. মানে ডিক্টেটৰশ্বিপত অকল এজন মানুহে গোটেই শাসন কাৰ্য চলায় আৰু সেই মানুহজনক কোৱা হয় ডিক্টেটৰ. For example, Adolf Hitler, and he controlled the whole Germany during the Second World War. Number D. Military dictatorship. Military is responsible in running all the matters in the country. This form of government is generally headed by a dictator. মানে মিলিটাৰী ডিক্টেটৰশ্বিপত মিলিটাৰীসকল মেইন ৰেছপনচিবল হয় এখন কাণ্ট্ৰিৰ মাজত থকা মেটাৰ্ছসকল কণ্ট্ৰল কৰাৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত আৰু সেই ধৰণৰ গভাৰ্ণমেণ্টতো এজন ডিক্টেটৰ থাকে. Means in military dictatorship, military is responsible in running all the matters in the country and this government also depend on a dictator. The dictator seizes power from the ruling party or leader in a military coup. A dictator does not allow elections to take place and bans all opposition parties. মানে মিলিটাৰীসকলৰ আৰু ৰুলিং পাৰ্টিসকলৰ হাতত থকা সকলো পাৱাৰ সেই ডিক্টেটৰজনে কাঢ়ি লয় আৰু তাত কোনো ধৰণৰ ইলেকশ্যনছ বা কোনো ধৰণৰ অপজিশ্যন পাৰ্টিজ ক্ৰিয়েট কৰিবৰ কাৰণে এলাউ নকৰে. Means the dictator he took all the powers from the ruling party or leader in a military coup, and he does not allow any election to take place, and also he bans all the opposition parties. Number E, communist governments. A communist government is a system of government which is ruled by a single party. মানে এই ধৰণৰ গভাৰ্ণমেণ্টত এটা ছিংগল পাৰ্টিৰ দ্বাৰা শাসন কাৰ্য চলোৱা হয়। This political party follows communist ideas as the guiding principle of the state. A communist state believes that the poor and the working class have been exploited for years by the ruling class. মানে এই পলিটিকেল পাৰ্টিটোৱে কমিউনিষ্ট আইডিয়াবিলাক ফ'ল' কৰে আৰু এই কমিউনিষ্ট ষ্টেটটোৱে বিলিভ কৰে যে সেই দুখীয়া আৰু ৱৰ্কিং ক্লাছৰ যি মানুহ সেই মানুহসকলক বছৰ বছৰ ধৰি ৰুলিং ক্লাছসমূহে মানে যোনে শাসন কাৰ্য চলায় সেই মানুহখিনিয়ে এক্সপ্লইট কৰি আহিছে। এক্সপ্লইট কৰি আহে মানে খটুৱাই অহা। Means in communist government there is only one single party, and this political party they follow the communist ideas, and they believe that the poor and the working class have been exploited for years by the ruling class. They therefore want to create a classless society in which the production and the distribution of goods would be equal for everyone. They do not believe in rich or poor. China is the biggest communist country. মানে সেইবাবে তেওঁলোকে এটা ক্লাছলেছ ছ'চাইটি ক্ৰিয়েট কৰিবৰ বাবে চেষ্টা কৰিছিল য'ত বস্তুবিলাকৰ প্ৰডাকশ্যন বা ডিষ্ট্ৰিবিউশ্যনৰ সুবিধা সকলোৱে সমানে পাব আৰু তাত কোনো দুখীয়া বা ধনী বুলি নাথাকিব। আৰু তাৰ এটা উদাহৰণ হৈছে চাইনা। Means in communist governments they do not believe in rich or poor. So they want to create a classless society in which the production and distribution of goods would be equal for everyone. Present scenario. A major part of the world now comes under the democratic form of government. However, the change from one form of government to a democracy has not been easy. মানে পৃথিৱীৰ বেছিভাগ পাৰ্টেই এতিয়া ডেম'ক্ৰেটিক ফৰ্ম অফ গভাৰ্ণমেণ্টৰ আণ্ডাৰত আছে। Means now the major part of the world they follow the democratic form of government, but it has not been easy to change from one form of government to a democracy. Earlier there was direct participation of the people in the management of public affairs and making decisions. This was possible because the units of administration were small in size and had small populations. আগতে পাব্লিক কিবা প্ৰব্লেম হ'লে বা কিবা ডিচিশ্যন ল'ব লগা হ'লে জনসাধাৰণে ডাইৰেক্ট পাৰ্টিচিপেট কৰিব পাৰিছিল কাৰণ তেতিয়া এডমিনিষ্ট্ৰেশ্যনৰ চাইজ সৰু আছিল লগতে পপুলেশ্যন কম আছিল। Means in the earlier time people has the power to take the decision publicly because at that time administration were small in size and had small populations. In the present day scenario, direct democracy is followed in every few places. For example, in some provinces of Switzerland. The large geographical expansion and growing population lead to representative system of democracy. In these countries, the people elect their representatives. These elected representatives make decisions for the entire population, and this is called indirect democracy. মানে জিঅ'গ্ৰাফিকেল বাউণ্ডেৰী এক্সপাণ্ড হোৱাৰ লগে লগে এক্সপাণ্ড মানে বাঢ়ি যোৱাৰ লগে লগে আৰু পপুলেশ্যন বৃদ্ধি পোৱাৰ লগে লগে ডেম'ক্ৰেচিত ৰিপ্ৰেজেণ্টেটিভ ছিষ্টেমৰ প্ৰয়োজন হয় আৰু সেই কাণ্ট্ৰিজবিলাকত জনসাধাৰণে তেওঁলোকৰ বাবে নিজেই জনপ্ৰতিনিধি বা ৰিপ্ৰেজেণ্টেটিভ চিলেক্ট কৰি লয় আৰু সেই চিলেক্ট কৰা ৰিপ্ৰেজেণ্টেটিভছবিলাকে বা জনপ্ৰতিনিধিবিলাকে গোটেই পপুলেশ্যনৰ কাৰণে ডিচিশ্যন লয় আৰু তাকে কোৱা হয় ইনডাইৰেক্ট ডেম'ক্ৰেচি। Means indirect democracy is essential for a large geographical area or growing population, and in this system the people they elect their representatives, and these elected representatives they make decisions for the entire population. Means in this video we learned about the different forms of government. First of all, we learned about absolute monarchy. In this system, all the power rests with the monarch. He or she is not restricted by a constitution or any kind of law. And in this system, king or queen is an hereditary one. Secondly, we learned about the constitutional monarchy, where all the administration power is carried out by the Prime Minister and his cabinet, and this Prime Minister and other representatives are elected by the people. Next, we learned about dictatorship. In a dictatorship, there is absolute rule by a single person who is known as the dictator. Next, we learned about military dictatorship. And in the military dictatorship, the military is responsible in running all the matters in the country. But this government also depend on a dictator. Next, we learn about communist governments. And in this government, there is only one single party who follow the communist ideas. So they want to create a classless society with equal power for the everyone. And in the present time, a major part of the world comes under the democratic form of government.